The content you're about to enjoy comes from the archives of The Best You. We're devoted to the very best in personal development, with a magazine and resources dedicated to inspiring and changing people's lives. At The Best You, we work with the world's leading writers and trainers on the evolution of the self, and people whose journeys have been affected by their work and words. For more information, go to www.thebestyou.com.
My name's Suzanne Pool. Thank you for coming to my talk. So let me start by asking you a question. Sitting in your chair right now, take out a piece of paper and a pen if you have one, and write down on a scale of 1 to 10, how sexy do you feel sitting in that chair right now? I hear some laughter. So I'm just going to give you a minute to find a pen and think about that question. Did I hear a minus number? I doubt that, but okay, if that's the way it is, that's how it is. And maybe it is a minus number. So there was a time for me where it was a minus number. And one of the reasons that I think I'm qualified to speak to you today is because back when I was in my 30s, which is a little while ago now, I was celibate for 7 years. And it wasn't something that I chose. I didn't want to be a nun, but I was. And at a certain point, while that was my life experience, I was walking down the street where I live in Archway, past my local Greg's bakery, and I could smell the cheese and bacon butties, and I thought, oh, that smells really good. But I noticed that my bra, well, was a little bit on the small side. I don't know if you've ever had the experience. Your bra is like kind of digging in to your back, and the cups were just not the right size. And I realised as I was walking down my local street, I was heading for 40. I was about 37 when this happened. And I hadn't actually been for a bra fitting for about 15 years since I was 22. So I was still wearing the same bras that I'd had 15 years before. And I don't know if you've ever had this experience, but my weight goes up and down. In the last few years, it's been on a downward trend, but definitely through my 20s and 30s, it went up and down and up and down. And quite often, how I felt in my body and how sexy I felt depended a lot on how I felt physically. So right at this point in my life, as I'm walking in Archway, I'm feeling pretty fat, pretty unhappy about myself, and I'm wearing a bra that's 15 years old and has definitely seen better days. Have you ever had that experience? Yeah. It's not good. Well, I'm here to tell you today, in fact, that it doesn't have to be like that, and it's not, it really doesn't have to be that way. So here's what happened. Let's kind of cut to the chase of that story and kind of move right through that. In that moment, I avoided walking into Greg's, first of all, so I didn't succumb to the cheese and bacon butty. Yay! Okay, good. What did I do? Well, I realised it was 15 years since I'd had a new bra and a new bra fitting, and I actually decided to go. I bit the bullet, uncomfortable as it was for myself, and I went to Marks and Spencer's. And I asked them to get the tape measure out, and I got a new bra. And I don't know, for me, it was really an amazing moment, actually, because getting a new bra and finding, I just could carry myself differently. I actually had a bra that fit, and suddenly my shoulders went back and I was sitting up straight. And if you do that sitting in your chair, just take a moment. Sit up taller. You don't have to pull your shoulders back, but I've seen that you have all done that. Thank you. And just take a moment to breathe. And just breathe and notice. Just breathe. Right down into your belly. How instantly it can be that we can change how we feel in a moment. Our breathing slows down, we relax, and we feel better about ourselves. And that's all it takes to get your sexy back. Just sitting in a chair. You can do it on the bus, walking down the street, breathing more deeply.
Having promoted more than 600 speakers and more than 65,000 people attend my seminars and courses and workshops and expos, having read so many books and attended so many courses, I really realized that the basics of personal, professional growth is based on the power of the question. Asking yourself empowering questions. Read my new book, The Question, Find Your True Purpose. It's based on my work, 30 years of entrepreneurship, all the experiences that I have, my manifesto, and what's really important. So for more information, go to www.thequestion.co.
So I went to Marks and Spencer's and I bought a new bra. I found out what size I was, and it was quite different from the bra from when I was 22. The cup sizes had gone up a few and the back had definitely got a bit bigger. So I bought the bra, and I'm not endorsed by Marks and Spencer's. There are many other brands of bra and many other shops to go to, but I bought a new bra and I just noticed how quickly that made a difference. And that's really the purpose of the story. How the small things are the things that actually can make the biggest impact. So just sitting in your chair with different posture, and it's not even about, you didn't have to stand up and run around the block and go rah rah. No. Just breathing differently and more deeply can make a difference. And here's the other thing. It doesn't matter how old we are. Because society tells us that, I'm now quite a lot over 40. Not 50 yet, but quite a lot over 40. And I'm heading for menopause. For sure. The doctors would tell me no, but I pretty much know that I am. And those magazines that you can buy in the train stations and on the high street, they're all like, whoa, well, got to feel like 20-something to feel sexy and good about yourself. Nah, it's not true. In fact, you know what? I've had more fun and more sex since I turned 40 than I had, well, definitely when I was in my 30s, because as I told you, I was celibate for 7 years in my 30s. It was bone dry, totally. And not because I wanted it to be. So life doesn't end. In fact, it just begins when we, we're like flowers that bloom. And life, it goes through cycles. We move and evolve. So it is possible at any age to get your sexy back and find your sexy. If you may be sitting in your chair thinking, I actually can't remember ever having it in the first place. What does that even mean? It means something, because everybody has their own version of being sexy. It's about feeling confident, feeling good, being yourself and knowing that you are exactly who you're meant to be. And you're okay just the way that you are. So ladies and gentlemen, yes. I'd like to make you an invitation. Probably I had 20 minutes, but I know that I'm a bit short. I talk fast, so forgive me. But I'm going to invite you. I'm over at stand E6, and we have put brochures out for you. I would love you to come and talk to me at the stand, just over there. And if you're feeling super brave, and I know that this is a little bit of a thing, so forgive me. But if you're feeling super brave, I'm going to do something a little bit different right now. You can get your phone out, text me your name and yes, and I'm going to give you my phone number. And we can have a conversation away from here where it's quiet and it's just you and me talking, and we can look at, what difference would getting your sexy back make to you? What would strutting down the street do for you? Like holding your head up high, knowing that you could get that va-va-voom back in your relationship if that's what's missing. You can even ask your husband to do things that he never imagined he would want to do, because it is possible. So please, if that's something that you feel called to do, I'm over at stand E6. Or do get your phone out and, here's my number. 0? Because it starts 07, because they all start 07. You can write it down on your brochure if you want. It's 079 76 565 139. And text me your name and yes. And I will text you back and we will get you booked in. I can. Thank you for asking. Definitely. Sorry, was it too? Yeah. 0 7 9 7 6 5 6 5 1 3 9. You're welcome. And I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, that it is really, like the song said, all about feeling good and remembering who you are.
Sun in the sky, you know how I feel.
Right now, in this moment.
By, you know how I feel.
I'm Suzanne Pool from BU. And I'll be at stand 6, E6,
new day.
all day. Thank you
It's
for
a new
coming.
life for me.
For more information, go to www.thebestyou.co.